What's up, guys? Coming to you today from a very special location. I'm in Patagonia in the very south of Argentina. During this trip, it gave me a lot of inspiration to talk about connecting with people, and I want to share in this video 4 principles when it comes to socializing and connecting with others. Before we dive into the 4 principles, I want to share a little story how I ended up here. So I was in Buenos Aires. I booked an Airbnb in the region of Palermo, which is a part of Buenos Aires. And I was just having breakfast in a cafe, eating my eggs and bacon. And a guy walks in. And I look at the guy and I was like, that's a familiar face. And he turns to the left, he looks at me, and he must have had the same thought. He's like, that's a familiar face. And we just look at each other, we point at each other. And it turns out it's a guy I met 4 years ago when I lived in Kiev. We sit down, we talk, we catch up. He's a very connected guy. He lives in LA. He knows everybody and everyone. He's traveling all the time. So after a few minutes, he brought up the trip that I'm on right now. And he said, hey, another friend, he's a mountaineer. He invited me to this trip to go hiking in the mountains of Argentina. And obviously I said yes. Which brings me to the first principle, the power of saying yes. The universe gives you a lot of chances to say yes. And I think you miss a lot of them. I think you're unaware of all the opportunity that is out there. You should say yes way more often than saying no. You should almost always say yes to things, especially if you're watching this channel, especially if you're young, especially if you want to get somewhere in life, especially if you want to grow as a person and you want to gain experiences, and you want to make more money and so on. And I get it. Often we're busy. We have deadlines. We have projects. But it's very often an excuse to not doing something, because if you today would commit to a trip, an event that is happening in 30 days from now, you're saying yes today and you know it's happening in 30 days, your mind would shift, your focus would shift by you setting that real deadline. Actually, it's not an arbitrary deadline. A lot of projects have arbitrary deadlines, but you can hack that and you can make it a real deadline by saying 30 days I'm leaving the country for 2 weeks or whatever, so I need to finish that thing by then. Your mind will shift. Parkinson's law will come into action. Parkinson's law goes somewhere along the lines of the work will expand to the time allocated for that project. So if you have 4 days to finish a certain project, it will take you 4 days. If you have 17 days, it will take you 17 days. It's true. And you're probably dragging out things longer than you have to. So say yes more often. There's always a better story and more behind a yes than behind a no. Principle number 2 is move where you will get lucky. As you've heard in the beginning of the story of this video, I wasn't just in some remote village. I wasn't at home. I was in Buenos Aires, an upcoming city, new president. There's energy here. People come here, they check it out. Foreigners are coming here, investments are happening. I was in Palermo, which is like the hipster, cool, fun area of Buenos Aires. And I was at a cafe, at a corner that is very like frequented, and it's a cool cafe and a great breakfast. And then that guy walked in. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Are you located well right now? Are you positioned well, location-wise in your life? Can you get lucky? Is there potential for you to get lucky? Can you get lucky with a woman passing you and you simply just saying hi? Fair enough. Hi. She's very beautiful. Mucho gusto. And you hit it off and you go on a date. Are you lucky that you meet an old friend? Are you lucky that you meet an interesting entrepreneur? Are you lucky that you meet the person that is working on kind of the same area, same field that you're working on, where you could inspire each other? Or are you mostly at home? Are you mostly in your old hometown? Are you mostly in an area where the people you're surrounded by are not uplifting you but dragging you down? Are you asking for luck or are you asking for the opposite? Really ask yourself that question. I say that over and over again. Your environment will dictate your reality. Your thoughts and your environment will define your outcomes. And you can manifest, but a lot of manifestation is literally positioning, is moving yourself into the right location. Principle number 3 is the principle of energy multiplication. Now, as you're watching this channel, I'm sure you're a busy guy. You're ambitious, you want to get stuff done. Maybe you're an executive even, maybe you're a manager. maybe you have a lot on your plate, you have a lot going on, you have maybe clients or you have students, you got shit to do, right? I get it. But let me also tell you, if you're doing all of this by yourself, you are wasting your time. You think you work hard, and you even think you work smart because you're using Notion, you're using certain automations, you have a morning routine, you have principles that you obey by, you work out, you're wearing an Oura ring or a Whoop band. You're maxed out, you're at 100% efficiency. It's not true, man. You are missing out on the principle of energy multiplication. What do I mean by that? Me, by being here, by meeting this guy in the cafe and him inviting me to this event with this other guy, and today I'm gonna meet 3 other guys, my energy is not going up by 20%. My inspiration is not having a little spike because I'm watching a YouTube video. My energy is multiplying. I'm getting input from different people, and obviously if you end up here hiking, there's something about you. You're doing something right? If you are an entrepreneur and you're able to take time off to go on hikes here and travel to Argentina. I'm getting insights into different businesses. I'm getting new ideas. I'm understanding the world better. I know where people are located. I can assess if my decisions are good. I can compare my lifestyle to theirs. I can compare my input to their input and output, and so on. Endless examples. What I'm saying is, by being around people, I gain way more creativity, inspiration, output, focus than if I would try to figure it all out by myself, or if I would simply try to get all my knowledge from books, videos, courses, and so on. There is a place for books and courses, but you can shortcut this massively. I can save years of my life in terms of decision making and grinding by having one powerful conversation with one person in an area like this. Now, again, this is where some things have to be true. You have to be located well, and you have to go out there and connect. You have to be a certain level of social. And please, if you identify yourself as an introvert, as an analytical person, me too. But introversion doesn't mean that you are not connecting with people. Introversion doesn't mean that if you talk to somebody for 30 minutes, you need to recharge your batteries because you're so introverted. Introversion literally means, what senses are you using to understand the world? Are you using your external senses, or are you using your internal senses? As an introvert, you have experiences and then you process them internally. Extroverted people, they experience by being out there, right? Somebody giving a speech who is an extroverted person, he can learn through the audience. Person who is maybe introverted, he prepares the speech internally and then delivers it, and then maybe processes the reactions of the audience later again after it happened. That's just one example. So please don't live or obey by that label you put on yourself. That whole introversion extroversion thing is made up. If you really go to the source of it, it's Carl Jung who made it up, and you can read for yourself. What I just described is the real source of that. Now lastly, principle number 4, connecting with people is like planting trees. What do I mean by that? Let's say you go to a country and you meet a friend, and then you introduce that one person to another person. Okay, and you leave the country. And a year goes by, and the 2 people you connected, they start a friendship, or they start some venture, they start getting along. A year later, you come back to that place. And these 2 people, they're creating an event. And of course you're invited because you're not friends with both people. Like, you knew that one guy and then the other guy a little bit, and of course you're invited. So at that event, you meet new people, and everything that I just described, your energy goes up, you get inspired, you solve some puzzle that you had in your mind, you finally post that photo, or you finally find courage to do something you've never done before. Maybe you go out with these people and you approach girls because they kind of push you and there's good energy and da-da-da. The energy multiplication principle comes in. And that happened because you connected these 2 people. Basically planting a tree by creating a connection, and that tree grew without you doing anything. The rain came down and it was like fertilizing this connection while you were doing your own thing somewhere further away. But you came back, you got invited to this party, and because of that, you meet new people. It's a simple example. But imagine you're doing this all the time. Imagine you're a connector, connecting people, meeting people. And the beautiful thing about 2024 and beyond is we have Instagram. I can open my Instagram right now, and yes, of course, there's like toxic stuff and marketing and blah, blah, blah. But I can look at a friend's story and I can see, oh, he's right now in Mexico City. I know another guy's in Mexico City. I should connect these two guys. Oh, there's two people in Berlin right now. Oh, I got a student in Hamburg who is trying to do day game. And there's this other guy who texted me. He's in Hamburg. I should connect them so they can be wingman for each other and so on. And what I'm doing is I'm constantly planting trees. And of course, you can't be super calculated about it all the time. Like some things just fizzle out and some things become something amazing. You don't know, but you have to say yes. You have to try it. That's an amazing thing that we have the power of the internet and social media and servers and multiplication these days, where I can put out one story that I'm here and I'll get responses. The world will give me back the energy that I put out. It's beautiful. A lot of opportunity, guys. And I hope you open your mind a little bit of what's productive means, what systematized thing means, and what it really means to go for what you want in life. You can have a beautiful life. We have a lot of opportunity. If you really want it, you can have the woman of your dreams, you can live in the home of your dreams, in the city of your dreams, you can have amazing friends that inspire you. But for some reason, there's something inside of you that makes you choose the lower version of that. Maybe a harsh truth, maybe you don't really want to hear that, but it is true. You're limiting yourself, and you're the only person limiting yourself right now. You might have an objection to what I'm just saying, but that's you limiting yourself. Oh, but Alex, I don't have enough money, so I need to stay in that city until I finish this thing. You were better at connecting people. Yeah, but Alex, for you it's easy to say because you don't have kids. I'm really depressed because my girlfriend broke up with me and she cheated on me and therefore blah, blah, blah. I get it. Life can be tough, but why are you letting all that stop you? There's a lot of opportunity out there. I'm saying this over and over again. I would love to help you with that, so you can book a free call below, and I'm doing 2 consultation calls per day. So let me know how this type of format resonates with you and what are you gonna do next? What's the next extra step you can take? It's all about action, right? You just watched another video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, but I want you to take action. This is what my mentoring, my YouTube channel, my courses, my coaching is about. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.